not that
Nicole,
scary.
move up.
I'm only moderately scary. Come on down if you're in the back. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. I like to move around, so I probably won't stand still, and I won't be talking at you for the full 10 minutes. I want this to be interactive. Let's start actually by standing up. Stand up. We're just going to get into our bodies for 30 seconds. Yeah. We're just going to do some sounding. Yeah, so plant your feet firmly on the earth and then open your mouth nice and wide. And then we're going to make some sounds like this one, my favorite. Ready? Wee! 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 And one more time. Wee! And the next one is also really good. It's this one. And you can open through your mouth and you can feel your pelvis just fall towards the earth. All right, less thinking, more feeling. Close your eyes and drop into your body, drop into your heart. Just let go of the mind. It's not really here and it's not useful. Next one is yeah. There you are. I see you now. My name is Georgia. I'm one part of the Edge Co-Creative, my beautiful partner in life and in business. Silver Storic is down in the other room talking with the men. And we're going to start by sharing. Actually, today we're sharing a lot. We're sharing how love and creation play a massive role in how we show up in business. Oh, right? How do we relate in love, partnership, marriage, dating, whatever you want to do? How does it affect our business? How does it affect how we show up in creation? It's massive. It's massive. How many of you are having really amazing sex right now? Yes. How many of you are having really amazing sex with yourself right now? Yes. Right? Ooh, self-pleasure. Okay, so here's the thing. We are sharing something called co-creationship, which is a new paradigm in love. It's not marriage, it's not polyamory, it's not open relating, it's not dating, it's not partnership, it's not relationship. What it is 10 parts you. It's 10 parts everything that you want to create in love. And what does that look like for you specifically? And how, when we cultivate this feeling, this experience of love, how does it serve our creative flow? How does it serve our business? How does it serve our business, Layla? It does. It does. Because we all know when we are out of balance or out of alignment in our personal lives, in our love lives, how does that affect you on a day-to-day basis? It affects you, right? And that experience, believe it or not, human beings still, the number one thing that human beings still want is what? Before business, power, prestige, what is it?
Connection.
Love and connection. Before anything else, we value love and connection. There is a looking, yeah, you can sit down again. Sorry. I do like you standing, though. It was nice. Felt like we were in this together. You can sit down, yeah. So I urge you to consider how you're relating with the world in love, with yourself to start, and we're going to get to that in a minute, and others, and how that is bringing a more dynamic, aligned force in what you're creating and showing up for. Okay, so let's talk about your nature. So there's a lot of discussion around mission. We hear that a lot. We hear, what is your mission? What is your mission? And so we spend a lot of time in brand. If you're in business and you've spent some time in branding, then we spend a lot of time discovering what our mission statement is, or our vision or values. Is that familiar? We spend a lot of time in mission, vision, values. But what we don't spend a lot of time on is howling like wolves. We should do some howling back at them. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. I love it. What we don't spend a lot of time on is our nature. Now, our nature isn't a statement about how we or what we're going to do in the world. It's about how we want to feel in the world. How do you want to feel in the world? So I'll give you an example. I had this like really long 4-sentence mission statement, and I was like going around being a holistic nutritionist and doing all these things, and somehow in December, Silver and I sat down in a house on an island by ourselves in front of a fire, and we managed to like just completely distill our natures into these 2 statements. I am the sacred mother of repair. Boom. And he is activator of humanity. Fuck. That's so hot, by the way. Gets him laid a lot. I love it. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. This beautiful, it's like a superhero name. What's your superhero name? How do you want to wake up and feel every day? How do you want to wake up and feel? I want to feel like the sacred mother of repair. Uniting the polarities in a place of co-creationship. Yeah. Now I'm going to start crying. Yeah, it's a massive pivot. And so when we align with that nature and how we feel in our bodies and who we are as women and how we relate to ourselves, we call in the matching field. We call in the matching field. That could be another woman, could be another man, it could be a mermaid, I don't know. But it's yours, and it's yours uniquely to create. Yours uniquely to create. And then it comes. Because it's not from here. It's not mission, vision, values. It's heart, 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 heart. And then we show up in business. How's my time? Yeah? 10 minutes? Okay, great. So then we show up when we're in this alignment, this place of alignment. It actually starts somewhere down here. Just place your hand there for a minute. Center of creation starts right here for us. This is where it begins. Yeah. So then we cultivate this fire, this chi that rises in our body. And when we come into a place of business, we find that beautiful pause that we just heard about. And we create and we connect from there. And then all the openings happen. Yeah. We're going to leave it there. Silver and I are going to co-create some magic with you all tonight. We're going to dive even deeper into the art of co-creationship and how that can support you. It doesn't mean necessarily that you need to start rising in business with your partners. It's possible. It means, what are you creating together today? What are you creating for yourself and in turn creating together from a place of feeling and heart? And I'll leave it there for now. Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, you haven't? Kathleen's in charge. Who's got questions? Oh, yeah, I've got one. I've got my wonderful mic running skirt on.
So this talk was very like a contrast from the first one, right? And I would like to ask, if we are aligned the way you are talking, do we really need to slow down, as the previous lady was sharing with us? Or, I mean, you were talking in such a beautiful way about this alignment and living from that space and doing business from that space. Can we get burnout from that space as well? Do you think?
Yes. We talk about that all the time, actually, because what we end up doing, because we are in business together, is we get into places of deep creation. And we start creating, and then suddenly there's this entropy, and nothing gets through. No. We don't get anything done, because what's not happening is connection. And we literally will stop, pause, and make love. The rest, done. Okay, we need to go to an island, be by ourselves, build a fire. He gets to go build a fire. Right? So awesome. I'm like, yay, bye-bye, baby. I'm going to make the soup. I fucking love making soup. And I'm going to be all juicy in my woman, and he's going to be... That's awesome, and I love it so much because, yeah, we forget to connect back to earth, back to each other, and we're just like, gotta build things, gotta build shit, more websites, more talks, more all of this stuff, and, right? Eesh. So, yeah, no, we need to pause also because we are easily excitable, even from this place of feeling, especially from this place of feeling. I light up. But pausing, and if you're in partnership, and how do you connect back to that partner? You're the nucleus if you're in partnership. You two are the nucleus. So coming back to that space of each other and sharing together, you know?
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. You're beautiful, by the way. Very flowing, feminine energy. This is what it's all about. I think we have to empower more our feminine flow, our women, because we are taught so much to be do, like, once again, the previous talk. And I've been there, and I'm more into the flow. How do you deal with trust and control?
Ooh, I love that. Can you give me a little more context?
Like, how do you deal when you starting something new, a new relationship, a new business, into a place of totally trusting your partner or your surrounding, and not having that whole fears coming back of,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
like,
beautiful. That's a great question. I love it. Presence. You and me and Jade and this microphone and that coconut is all that's happening. That's it. And so trust comes from knowing that in this moment, if we're talking about partnership, what we're building in this moment, in this very present moment, in truth, in love, in compassion, patience, and tolerance, that's all that's happening. Any future thing, anything that's not happening, or anything that was happening. So it's all about coming back and remembering this is it, actually. This is it. Sounds a little esoteric, but with practice, when we come back to that space and stay out of the future or the past, we can create
patterns, sometimes patterns
Yeah.
of old.
Whoosh. Our beliefs are
wrongdoing
made
coming
from the
back.
past. We make beliefs about from the past, we bring them into our present, and then they drive our future. It's bullshit. So we need to make sure we're drawing back space of what's alive right now. We actually have a Facebook Live series right now called What's Alive, Lover, and we talk about what's happening in this present moment. Just that. What's happening right now? How are we feeling right now?
Don't mind me making notes about what you're saying the whole time. Need power statement. What's alive, love, if I go?
And we can talk, if you want, we can talk a bit more about that at the break. I would love that, yeah. Hi.
You talked about you and your partner sitting down and figuring out those statements. Did you have any tips on how you kind of got to that and how we might be able to do it ourselves?
Yes. Lots of colored pens, no computers, be naked. You don't have to be naked, but it helps. And paper. And essentially, he's way better at kind of mind mapping and drawing, and he's really good at taking. So whose thread of genius is it to do the drawing? And he did the drawing, and I did the kind of out here ethereal, feminine, and it just got distilled down and distilled down and distilled down, and just from the words that we created. And there is a process that I can support you in taking you through it, whereby you get rid of what's superfluous. What is busy making? What is the thing that aren't really the feelings and are just sort of like the extras? And then you get really clear on what's distraction and what is that sacred mother of repair.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Ooh, did you have your hand up? No. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah. Still.
Yeah, I would have one question around, like, we keep talking about business, and recently we stopped using the word business with John because it's really bringing up that busyness and that kind of noise and distraction. So we kind of like eliminated that and starting use different words for it. And for me, the question that keeps coming up is that although I grew up in this conditioned mindset of, we have to always achieve and profit and do. And then I stepped back from it in the last 6 months and coming into that place of stillness and allowing things to burn through. It's almost like a feminine creational energy that comes into play. And I'm just really excited about it and kind of like playing with the ideas. And yeah, I don't hear many people talking about their experience of actually bringing through projects or bringing through creations from this space. And I would love to just hear maybe a little bit more your experience and what your thoughts around it and how we can nurture more and how we can create that space in ourselves as well as in partnership and in our enterprises or different projects that what we are building.
Yeah, really important question. So what I heard was, how do we create more space for things to come through? Would that be in all aspects of our life? So first of all, I love that you said I embody a very feminine. Basically, my man comes out, and I'm like, conquering drive, must do all things, must achieve. And so when I am creating space and living from a more intuitive place, then there's actually room for things to come through. It's that process of bumping into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing that keeps us stuck. So as you're experiencing right now, when we create space, things come through. So for instance, Silver and I are best friends, partners, lovers. It's like we just have so many different threads together that we spend a lot of time together and forget that what actually happens when we allow some space and create some space from each other, way more happens. Feminine is very, we tend to like move towards the masculine. We're like, we must be in your space, gotta hang out here. If I move away, you might disappear. So, oh shit, must crowd you. And the reality is when you do this, when you're like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna be over here. It's like all this space comes in, which I'm sure you've experienced in your partnership. Yeah, and business, the word. I think I just want to address that for a second. The language that we're using in what we're co-creating is so important, which is why the art of co-creationship has become such a fascinating new paradigm for us. What are you creating together? Yeah. I guess that's time.
Thank you, Georgia.
Thank you.